So here we've got this bone. How on earth do you figure out what side of the body this came from? Is this a perfectly symmetrical bone? No, it's not. Drew, why do you say it's not a perfectly symmetrical bone?
One side's higher than the other, and it's not like this side, but it's a lot shorter, but it's a lot longer.
Okay, I'm going to phrase it a little differently. What you see here, you have one end that's kind of blocky and stubby. It's almost cube-shaped. And this end over here is flatter. The flat end you find out of the shoulder. This is the more lateral portion of the bone, also called the acromial end, because the feature of the shoulder blade that it articulates with is called the acromion. So this blocky or stubbier end that you find right here, that is the sternal end. And that is what is going to articulate with the manubrium of the sternum. Yeah?
It can be right and left.
Oh, there will definitely be a right and a left to this one. When you're figuring out right and left, now we're getting into the appendicular skeleton where you got one on each side, right? All we figured out was what is medial and what is lateral, what is close to the midline and what's far away. But how do I know? Let's say we're looking down. Well, we're not even there yet. All we know is lateral and medial. It could be oriented like this in the body. It could be oriented like this in the body, or like this, or like this. We don't know quite enough yet to know how it fits in. How do we know top from bottom on this bone? Feel your own collarbone. Is the top of your own collarbone relatively smooth, or does it have a whole lot of bony ridges? It is relatively smooth. The top of the collarbone is going to be smooth. The bottom of the collarbone is going to have more bumps and grooves and a more interesting topography to it. The top is going to be very smooth, and you want it to be very smooth because if the top of the collarbone had a lot of bony projections, they would get broken off over the course of daily life. You want the top to be smooth. So the top is very smooth. So we know this is top and this is bottom. And the last thing that we need to look at, you see a really deep curvature right here. Okay, the curve here is a shorter, deeper curve. The curve out towards the shoulder. The curve in towards the sternum is a longer, less severe curve. When you feel your own collarbone, I cannot take away your bones from you during the exam. So if you're finding ways to find features on your own body, you're more than welcome to do that. As you feel your own collarbone, we are looking down on top of this collarbone. I'm going to tell you right now, this is a left collarbone. So sitting on the left side of the body, and we are looking down on it. This is a superior view. But coming out of the sternum, it feels relatively flat, and then as you head in towards the shoulder, out towards the shoulder, I should say, you should feel a sharp indentation backward as you get out to the very, very edge of your clavicle. That very sharp indentation that you feel kind of moving back in, that is this very sharp curvature right there. You do not feel a very sharp curvature here closer to the sternum. You feel a very sharp curvature out